Florida House of Representatives has got something to say. Welcome back to ICE Enterprises. My name is ICE and I'm the host of EM News. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to this channel by hitting the red button below and turning on the bell so you'll be the first to know when news breaks. Alright, so this video clip here comes from Forbes Breaking News. Florida House of Representatives having a press conference discussing Biden's unconstitutional vaccine mandate. Take a listen.
I've never been accused of being quiet, so we can do that. All right, good. All right, excellent. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Congresswoman Kat Cammack. I proudly represent Florida's 3rd Congressional District, the Gator Nation. And I want to thank everyone for being here today, especially on short notice, and a special thanks to my colleagues here for joining me as we stand against these unconstitutional mandates. So, obviously we represent Florida, the Sunshine State, aka the Freedom State, and we are gathered here today in formal opposition to the unconstitutional, un-American, and unconscionable mandates that are rocking our communities. There is no doubt that we are all united in fighting against COVID-19. However, the actions of this administration have left Americans across the country behind, hurting, and now in limbo. Divisive rhetoric from the Biden administration targeting those who opt out for medical, personal, or religious reasons, as is their right as an American, are being targeted. 1 in 3 first responders are opting not to receive the vaccination, and Biden's response is that they should be fired. It's funny how at the height of the pandemic, our nation's first responders were deemed heroes. Today, under this administration, those same heroes are now being considered villains and threatened with termination. My own husband, Matt, who is a firefighter SWAT medic in the city of Gainesville, who is here with me today, has faced this battle in our hometown. Today, my colleagues and I stand here in opposition to these arbitrary mandates, and we have stories from home to share about how this administration and Nancy Pelosi, as well as Schumer, are hurting everyday Americans. From nurses pulling shifts to police officers and firefighters on the front lines. We also want to share some of the work that we are collectively doing to stop these mandates through legislative action, as well as exercising our power through congressional inquiry. Let's chop the field. Today, the Biden administration currently has issued several executive actions, but in particular, we are focused on just a few. The first executive action mandates that all federal employees across the country be vaccinated by November 22nd of this year. This order was issued on September 9th. There is no option for federal employees to engage in regular testing in lieu of vaccination. Federal employees, however, are eligible for medical and religious exemptions. The second executive order, also issued on September 9th, was related to federal contractors and subcontractors. This executive order demands that all federal contractors be vaccinated by December 8th, with again, regular testing not being available as an option. Religious and medical exemptions are being considered. The third mandate of great concern to us here today is the requirement for private, and I emphasize private, businesses with 100 or more employees to require vaccinations or weekly testing. This is a gross overreach of federal authority and an unfunded mandate. This is being done through an emergency temporary standard, which, while labeled temporary, will have long-lasting and devastating consequences for private businesses. As of today, nearly 80 million workers will be impacted, with congressional Democrats and OSHA and the Biden administration announcing up to $700,000 in fines per company for non-compliance. That is outrageous, it is unacceptable, and again, a gross overreach of this administration, which has run amok. Nothing in the Constitution permits this federal government to force private businesses to impose a mandate on their employees. It is unconscionable that this president would force private health decisions upon individuals or else they be terminated, especially in the midst of a pandemic that has resulted in the loss of jobs for millions of Americans. How dare Biden, Pelosi, and Schumer claim to fight for the working class.
So there you go. We are in the fight, and we're doing a great job. States have really stepped up to protect their state citizens' rights. From ICE Enterprises, my name is Ice. Have a great night. Hey, before you go, if you get a chance, check out my new documentary, my first one ever made, titled Space Force. You can find that here. Have a great one.